Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Football United TV. We are here today to talk about the game tomorrow in the Premier League, Man United versus Arsenal preview. Let's get it on. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Football United TV. If anybody's got some background noise, please do turn it off if you can. I know there's a radio in the background there. Can 1 2 1 2? Can you hear it? If you have got it, please turn it off if you can, because you can't hear what you're saying. Welcome back. We are here for the Man United versus Arsenal preview tomorrow, 8 o'clock or 8:15 p.m. kickoff, and I'm here joined by a very special guest of 3 Man United fans, 3 Arsenal fans, starting off with Rick, Man United. How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm all right. I'm good. I'm having a great day. How you doing, Matt?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad for midweek. Not too bad for me. Glad to have you back on. Stephen, how you doing, mate? Arsenal fan?
I'm a lot better after the weekend, after being pretty much dead for about the whole weekend. But yeah, I'm feeling pumped up and a lot better now.
Good. Glad to hear. Dan, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, buddy. Nice to be back on. It's been a while, so nice to see all these familiar faces again. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for coming by, bro. And also, Talk MU is here. How you doing, bro? You all right?
Glory, Man United. Glory, Man United.
Yes.
Glory, Man United. And we're going to slap the Arsenal 2-0. You get your slapped. Don't even bother coming up. Tell your coach driver now to make sure he gets a flat tyre because you're not getting on the coach.
Talk. You've already had flat tires. You already had flat tires with Ollie, mate. So what you on about?
We've got. Hey, listen, our tyres are now unpoppable, bro. Let me tell you.
Yeah, okay.
We'll get on.
No popping.
We'll get on to that. We will. Thank you so much, Talk, for that really good introduction. The banter is going to be alive for this. I can see. Also,
yes, Marlie.
Welcome back, Marlie. Welcome back, bro. And I know you wanted to say something to all the people out there, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I do. Well, first of all, it's awesome to be back. I love this. I love this place. Not an actual place, but I love it, and I love the people that I do this with. And I've been away for a while. Some people know that I was taking care of my father for a long time, like he wasn't doing too well, and unfortunately he passed away. It's been a little over a month now, like about 50 days, and it's been the hardest days of my life by a mile. Like, my father was my freaking hero, like my absolute everything. And actually, I know that most people here in this panel went through the same thing, and I applaud you guys for you guys' strength, because I'm having to have this strength right now. I want to thank you guys so much, because most of you here, like, I want to say names, because Steve and Maddie and Talk, like, they were phenomenal. They're now, my YouTube buddies. They're my family. They're my friends. Nothing short of that. And I couldn't have gone through this hard time if it wasn't for all this love that I'm surrounded with, be it in Brazil, like with the people that are actually like close to me geographically speaking, but the friends that I've made along this little YouTube adventure that I've been on. But yeah, I'm back. Like my father was a really upbeat guy, always wanted to be happy, and he would have wanted me to keep doing what makes me happy, and this is exactly it. So it's very good to be back. Thank you guys for your guys' patience, for you guys' love. Yeah, that's it. I'm here.
Well done, bro. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming back, mate. Thank you so much for coming back. And you've come back at a very good time, actually.
Yeah, I did.
Because
I did.
we both run this channel, and it is Man United versus Arsenal tomorrow. So let's get started. Let's get into grapples. Let's do it. Rick, what do you think about this fixture coming up tomorrow, mate? Are you confident with Ranić coming in? And look, Arsenal have been fantastic recently. They're on form. I know they lost to Liverpool, but they did beat Newcastle very well, 2-0. They're on a running streak at the moment. So is it difficult for Man United to get a result from this? Because I know a lot of teams find it very easy going to Old Trafford these days.
I'm confident about the game tomorrow. I'm hoping that we get a Manchester United win. Obviously, I'll be realistic. Like, it's still Carrick running picking the squad for tomorrow. From what I'm hearing, and Ralph's taken over from the next game onwards. But from what I've seen with Carrick, yeah, I'm pretty confident. I can confidently say we'll get a draw, definitely. Whether we'll get a win, it will require certain players to play out their skin and to be on the ball from the get-go and whatnot. But yeah, I'm in good spirits about the game tomorrow, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of looking forward to it, actually. So we'll see how it goes. But deep down, I do hope I see a 2-1 United win there, 2-1. Because let's be realistic now, Arsenal will get a goal. Let's be realistic now, they'll get a goal, but United will get a goal back in, and then last minute Ronaldo header, call it a day, mate.
I'm going to switch it over there. There we go. That's better. Arsenal on the bottom.
Ironic.
Yeah, right?
We should all be above you.
We should be on top of you right now. Where are you?
Yeah, thank you, Stephen.
Okay, fine.
Playing around with it. We're above you in the league. And even if we lose to you, we'll still be above you in the league. So keep it that way.
I'll be fair. Okay.
It won't last for that long, though, lad. It won't last for that long.
Got into it.
I'm taking it while it comes. I know it's not gonna last long.
I was just going to say, I enjoy it while it lasts because it ain't going to last long.
So with the squad you've got, you should be in the position you are. But there you go. I mean, Ollie's doing a fantastic. Mate. I don't know why he got rid of him. He was doing a fantastic job. Give him a 1,000-year contract. Ollie's at the wheel.
Yourself.
It's easy to say Ollie at the wheel, mate, when you're seeing Man United capitulate and you're sitting there laughing. But when United are coming back, you ain't gonna be laughing anymore, lads. That's what I gotta say. You ain't gonna be laughing.
Mate, you hurt us even more while I was in hospital beating us 8-2, so I got no sympathy.
Oh mate, that was what we got asked last night, like memorable moments Man United Arsenal, and I said without a doubt, yeah, the Keane Vieira thing, Pizzagate. Keown, all that.
Too many memorable moments, to be honest.
It was the 8-2. The 8-2, as them goals just kept going in and going in and going in and going in. That was just like I was like on top of the world. I
have to wonder why in hell you would bring that up. Like why? Why would you do that to us?
Got to do, Marlie. Marlie, man, come on. We're trying to build up a bit of an atmosphere here before this big game tomorrow.
And then the dude's like, yeah, you don't have to mention it to us. You mentioned it, Stephen. You mentioned it. You brought it up.
I'm trying to remind them what they're supposed to be.
They're not supposed to be beating us 8-2. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, but apparently they're supposed to be the greatest club in the planet.
Well, I mean, look, that's fine. Dan, how do you feel about it? I know you're very unbiased with your approach on Arsenal as well. So what do you make of this fixture coming up? I think it's going to be quite a feisty one. We're both at the sort of same level at the moment, would you say?
I honestly, so last time we went to Old Trafford in the league, we got a win there, which I was perplexed by. When was that? Last season, we went to United and we won, which I was absolutely astonished by. Do I think Arsenal can go to United again and get another away win? I'm not so sure. I think a draw would suit both teams. But it depends on Arteta's tactics. Does Arteta stick with like the likes of Tavares at left back, who's such an attacking left back. Not that Tierney isn't, but he's a sort of different style of left back in the way that he gets forward. Because I think he'd be starting Tierney tomorrow and look at the game a bit more defensively than the Newcastle game. Honestly, I think a score draw is more than likely. I'd love to see us win, but I think if I'm being realistic, score draw. That's my thoughts.
Would you agree with that talk?
Nah, I just think, listen, on a serious note, I just think it's going to come down to individual errors because Arsenal are in a good vein of form. We know that. The Liverpool game, I think, you know what, look, Liverpool right now, so we take them out of the equation. So you're in a good vein of form, and we're not going. You're not going to make it easy for us. We're not going to make it easy for you. So I think it's going to come down to individual errors and who can capitalise on those. And then whoever scores first, it's then going to be a real tough battle for the opposing team. So I'm still confident that we're going to win. Obviously, because I'm Man United and I'm confident that we'll win. But like I say, realistically, boiling it down, that's what it's going to come down to for me.
What about you, Marlie, mate? Because you haven't really had a say recently, of course. But what do you make of this coming back into it? Your thoughts coming out? What's your thoughts?
Right. There's a very big chance that it's gonna bite me in the ass, but I feel like I have to come back with a positive note. I'm very confident, dude. I feel like lately Arsenal's been, like ever since we've gone to shit like 15 years ago or so. Man United's like recently is one of the teams that we've been doing like the most, all right against. We're performing well recently. Liverpool's an off game, dude. We cannot beat Liverpool. They always destroy us. That's what happens when we face them. Doesn't matter.
Unless it's in a lockdown and they've already won the league and they don't really care. We did beat them 2-1 at the Emirates during lockdown.
Yeah, but they didn't care.
Yeah.
Like if they play seriously, dude, Liverpool, like Tierney's my favorite player still, like even though he hasn't been playing now. Salah makes him look like a youth player. It doesn't make any sense. Like it's just like Liverpool, like my hair looked like Maddie's the last time we were actually competitive against Liverpool. So we've been doing all right. I feel like I think that Liverpool loss is I
got called Fabrizio Romano on Stephen's stream earlier.
That's good. That's good.
To be fair, Marlie, though, tactically, that was tactical suicide by Arteta.
Yeah.
Like playing out from the back. It was tactical suicide. So he didn't help himself in that situation. There's a definite way he could have played that. He could have played that a lot better. So, and that's the problem I have.
I'm not saying I don't have a problem. We shouldn't be losing 4-0, but I knew that we were going to lose. And I don't want to, like use that as a negative argument because we have been playing really well. Like we won like 11 of the last 12 games or something. So it's a lot. I think the Liverpool loss is the very first time that we lost a game with Gabriel starting at center back. He's one of the best center backs in the league. I honestly feel like it's going to be tough for United, who hasn't been doing that well, to score 2 goals against us. I see us scoring at least 1. I know Aubameyang's been doing horribly, but the rest of our team's been doing well. I don't know. I'm feeling all right for this one. I feel like we're going to win.
Do you really think that? I mean, I think Man United cruise through.
I can't see an Arsenal win. I don't know where these Arsenal fans are getting this from. Like, who's your dealer, man?
It's just me. Don't blame others. It's just me. Don't. Like most people are probably more sane than I am, but right now, I don't know. I just feel like we're gonna win. It's a feeling.
So look, Marlie. I mean, you're looking to the left of you. Stephen is. I think we agree. Arteta out, right, Stephen?
Oh yeah.
Is he? I wouldn't know.
No.
Well, I'm telling you.
That's news to me. Yeah, it's news to me.
That's not news to you. You're a very bad liar, actually. You're a very bad liar. But look, I mean, what is the confusion with Arsenal fans on whether Arteta is the right man or not? I know maybe Dan, do you think Arteta is in? Are you out or in or out? Or are you happy with the process?
I'm very much the opposite of Stephen, sadly, that I'm very much trust the process. Give him time. I know, Stephen. I know you disagree with me. That's fine. I'm very much like trust the process. Give him time. Now he's basically almost got the squad that he wants, and you've got to let him try and build around the squad. And he's definitely doing something because the clean sheets are coming thick and fast. The confidence is there. There's so much youth coming through that team. I just think you've got to trust the process and give it time. I know we started the season badly, but we were missing a few players. And, you know, he's got to work out what his best squad is and the players he's got, who he can work with. So I'm very much like, trust the process, trust the man. Let's not keep... I'm more get the Cronkies out, but I'm very much Arteta.
Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What do you think about that, Rick?
I think Arteta is actually a decent manager. He's decent, to be honest. Tactically, I can see a play style in Arsenal and what they're trying to do compared to them like Oli at United, where he just looked like a mishmash of players just running around the pitch, just doing whatever they felt like doing. I feel like Arsenal, maybe give Arteta a couple more months, see how it goes. Because to be fair, like Dan said, the clean sheets are coming in. He's integrating some youth into that team, and the team's looking not too bad, to be honest. So if I was Steven, mate, I'd put some more faith into the guy. But I do agree with Dan when he said Kroenke out. It's like us with the Glazers, mate. Glazers out, mate. Do you know what I mean? So I'm moving on that one there. But I think Arteta, he did learn under Pep. So I feel like give it a couple more seasons, then we'll see the real Arteta. It's coming. Unlike Oli, where we were just waiting, and we just knew it was never coming, but we just thought, yeah, fuck it, he's a United legend. We'll support him anyway. Do you know what I mean? So, is what it is.
Yeah, Talk, you agree with that? What are you saying?
Yeah, I've said from the start, Stephen will agree. About Arteta, I've always said to Stephen, look, you've got to give him time. You've got to let him, make the mistakes and learn from it.
Is this a personal attack on
blah,
me?
blah,
Or
blah.
no.
No.
Fuck's sake.
No.
Come on.
Steven set himself up there, mate.
Yeah, sorry. And you're starting to see the benefits from it now. I mean, for me, tomorrow it's going to go 4-4-1-1. With Tomiyasu and Tavares doing the bits, going up the sides, etc. And but I think we've got enough to deal with that. But that, again, going back to what you were saying there, Rick, about our plan under Ollie was non-existent. However, under Arteta with Arsenal, you can see it. You see what he's trying to do. You see the patterns of play. You see what his ideas are now being absorbed by the team, and the clean sheets, the better defending, the new signings bedding in. So I think I mentioned it before on the Armoury. It was just on the Armoury, and I said there, another thing we've got to be careful about in this game with Arsenal is when we're taking goal kicks, or any team taking goal kicks, Arsenal, they like to push up. So if you win that ball, if Arsenal win that ball, they're in a high position to go at you. They're not going to build the ball up from deep. So that's a dangerous part of Arsenal's game we've got to be aware of. So for me, I don't want to be seeing us kicking balls out. If Arsenal, when we get possession of that ball, we go back to the keeper. If I want to see Arsenal doing that, but I want to see us being confident and clever enough to play the ball out through channels and cutting midfielders out by, maybe going down the line. When I say a long ball, I don't mean like a long ball as in Bolton style, but just one over the top, and somebody run up, and then somebody else make it. We've got to have numbers. We've got to go in numbers into that Arsenal box, because if we don't, they'll shut the door on us like it's like they're playing against kids. So we've got to have numbers.
Can I ask something, Matt?
Yeah.
Talk. Do you think? Actually, all you guys. Sorry, Talk, Rick and Matt. Do you think Carrick got his tactics right against Chelsea? Because I watched that first half and it was very much like sit deep, soak it up, and then try and counter. And that paid off dividends second half. So do you think, and obviously Carrick's going to be in charge of the game tomorrow, do you think tactically he'll do something similar, or do you think he's going to flip it? Or, what do you reckon?
I just want to put in that I think it was very similar to the Villarreal result. The fact that we soaked it up, we sat deep for the first half, came out about 55, 60th minute, bring on the players, and they contributed to the winning goal of Sancho. So look, that's my thoughts. I think it was tactically done right. whether he can pull it off every single time, and whether teams know what he's going to do. You got to understand the other side of the questions. But look, I mean, honestly, I think with Chelsea, I think they sort of told Man United what they were going to do, and Carrick sort of saw that and then played it to the right way.
But I agree.
Maybe, Rick agrees with me. What are you thinking there, Rick?
Yeah, I'm thinking tactically, he made some decent decisions. I still felt like in terms of substitutions, he made some wrong decisions. Like he took off Sancho for Ronaldo, when in my opinion, he should have taken off Rashford for Sancho, because Rashford wasn't having a great game, to be honest, that day. And I still feel like defensively, what he's telling them defensively, it works, but it doesn't work at the same time as well, because our wing backs will still get pummeled all day, mate. Wan-Bissaka just looked like a headless chicken, and Tellez looked dead as well. So it's like, tactically, this is where I agree with Matt. Can he pull it off every week? I'm not too sure, and I don't believe that he could pull it off tactically every week. And obviously, well, he's got one more game left anyway, so I won't have to see him pull it off every week. But do I think he's good? I'm 50-50 because like what Matt said, yes, the first half was dire and was at the Villarreal game, but the second half, again, like the Villarreal game, we just woken up. And I don't know if that is what we do tactically, or as if that's just the onus on the players of thinking, oh wait, we're playing crap there, let's turn up a year or whatnot. So I'm not too sure if that's Carrick or the players, but whether I think he's a good tactician, 50-50, mate, 50-50.
Sorry guys, my internet, it does that every now and again. It'll just, like Virgin Media, they just go, right, I'm going to switch off for a minute. Which is
internet for you, mate.
I thought it might have been your cat wanting to go back out the door.
Oh no, because you'll hear her. She's not like afraid of like meowing right down your ear hole. You know what I mean? At 4:30 in the morning. Want to go out now? You're like, go off.
Big up James Allen in the house. You boys are getting smashed tomorrow by the Gooners. Big up.
Hey!
Talk. What was your thoughts on what Dan said as well?
Sorry, if you just refresh my memory because I forgot.
Basically, I just wondered if you guys thought Carrick's approach to the Chelsea game, he got it right tactically, basically.
Well, yeah, because we had to make it difficult for him, because you can't let, as we will do with Arsenal, you can't let either Arsenal or Chelsea play the ball about in their own time. You just can't do that and try and keep a shape, because you just move in behind in the spaces behind, in the half spaces, etc., in the danger areas, and create. I mean, so you can't do that. So I think he got it spot on. Yeah, I don't think he's any kind of tactician, because obviously we haven't seen any kind of sustained success out of him yet, or good results, shall we say, and good performances to back it up. But I think he's got enough to go out tomorrow against Arsenal and give the boys the right sort of setup and pick the right formation and line up to go out there and cause Arsenal a problem.
I think as well, based on, I mean, I'll be honest, I only saw the first half of the Chelsea game because I then had to go out for a family thing, but I heard what happened in the second half. But like, it just sounds again, like De Gea sounds like he's back in, like he's confident again, and he's playing amazingly again. So that just makes me think back to that game where you came to the Emirates and we battered you, but De Gea was just like, nah, no one's scoring today. Nobody's scoring past me.
No, De Gea, he's proven it this season, to be fair, to be honest. I feel like Dean Henderson, I feel bad for him, actually, to be honest. The way
both keepers for both clubs have proved it this season, to be honest.
Yeah, Ramsdale was.
This is where I come down to it, though. Is where, like, if you look at Ramsdale right now, and you ask the majority of Arsenal fans right now at the performances we've been playing, right? We say, who's your man in the match? We go, Ramsdale. Well, like, that's all well and good, right? And I'm not going to take that away from Ramsdale because he's been brilliant. But over that sort of gives you an inkling of how the game's been played and how the game's gone. And if your goalkeeper keeps being man of the match every time, it's going to get to a point that it's not self-sustainable. And this is where you can't sustain a run like we have done if you're having to rely on your keeper every single time to bail you out. And that's what we've been doing a lot of the time. A lot of the time, yeah, we've been getting good results. We've got clean sheets. But most of the time, we've gone, Jesus, if it weren't for Ramsdale, like, we were screwed. Like,
Or
Go on.
more or less. Like he was indeed man of the match, like 3 games, I think, maybe 2 or 3. And the thing is, even when he doesn't do a lot of saves, he has had like spectacular saves these past few games. Like he's very much so in form. Oh, cousin, love you, cousin. What was I saying?
Thanks for
What was I
that.
saying?
Thanks
Yeah.
for that. I got a graphic view in my mind of what
Yeah.
you were doing.
I think it's a little unfair to say that he's like, because all of our summer signings, like great signings now, right? Like as of now, like, we have to say that we did spectacularly this transfer window. Everyone's doing really well. You have Tomiyasu's man of the match, like frequently. He's been doing awesome. Lokonga and Partey are playing really well. I mean, this last game not too well, but they've been doing phenomenally as well. I don't think we depend on Ramsdale that much, but it's good that we can count on him.
Also, I'd also say, Marley, that having Gabriel back is like a new signing. Like just having him back, I'm like, I forgot how much I miss this guy. He's like I think he's going to be like Koscielny for the club. Like he's going to be
He's so good.
a long stayer, and he's just solid. He's solid, and he's difficult to get by, and he's good in the air. So,
What do you think about this comment though, Dan Marley and Stephen? Just to talk on that. Moan. Come on, Ramsdale has been great, but we've improved massively.
I'm not moaning.
Anyone?
If you, what's the starting point? Is it the Brentford loss, like those 3 losses? Yes, we've improved a lot from then. But if you look at the numbers, like in a really cold manner, without like Steven's a very passionate guy, but Arsenal has been doing really well for over a year now. We started playing last season in round like 15 or something. And for the last 24 rounds, I think we're like the second best team or something. We lost the first 3 games of the season, then we won 11 and 12. Arsenal has been doing well. I think we show some improvement, but it's hard because our team, like the players we have, are not consistent. Most of them are really young, and the one that should be the most experienced is the most inconsistent right now. Aubameyang can score. He can't score right now.
The problem is that it's not just the fact that the performances. It's that the performances might look good, but if you look at the squad, the way the squad's managed, if Saka plays tomorrow night, you'll get 20-30 minutes out of him. Then you'll have the whole right hand side that's your advantage because he won't be able to run. He won't be able to run at all because he is. And I say this so many times. He's not rested since lockdown 2020. Not one game. And unfortunately, as much as he's great, all you're going to do is injure him. When you've got options like Pepe or Martinelli on the bench, people might have their agenda about Pepe. I just think that the thing is that he gets no game time and no opportunity. And every time he does get an opportunity, he starts playing himself into form. The manager then goes and drops him. Right? So how is he supposed to have the opportunity to prove that what he's actually worth? And then Martinelli, everyone's then sitting there, and even our Arteta fans are like, "Well, I can't explain what he's not putting on the pitch for." And then when Martinelli comes on against Newcastle, proves to everyone and the manager like why Mikel Arteta should never had the agenda in the first place, and should have been playing him beforehand. Why, if he can do that, why have you been leaving it to the 92nd minute to put him on the pitch and then totally embarrass him in front of the home fans?
Well, look, this is good because we talked about this on your stream as well, and I'm going to ask Rick and talk about this as a Man United perspective. Now, bringing on Martinelli at the end of that game and him scoring that goal, he looked, as an outsider, pretty goddamn happy that he'd scored it, and he was running around with everyone. He wasn't doing a Harry Maguire, cupping his ears, going, "Where's my game time?" He looked pretty comfortable with the fact that he was a bencher and he came on and he made the difference. So, start with you, mate. I don't agree with Stephen on that. I understand what he's saying, but I feel that he's trying to comfortably bring him into the team when he's necessarily needed.
I think Martinelli will actually start.
He might do, yeah. Now,
I think
Yeah,
he
I
will.
agree as well. Yeah.
No,
Why not?
Martinelli's not
why won't
starting.
he?
he
He's
never
not
does.
starting tomorrow.
He never does.
Why?
He never does.
Why? Yeah, why?
What, you tell me that this is Arteta. He won't do
No,
it.
dude,
He
no.
won't-
There's
he
a
will
good
not do it.
there's a good explanation
There's
for
plenty-
him
Oh, I
not
want to hear the
starting.
explanation. I want to hear the
I
explanation.
want to hear
Why?
it.
Yeah, I want to hear it. Why? He's actually good.
Smith Rowe's a winger now, and Smith Rowe and
Smith
Saka
Rowe.
are our best attacking players. And that's why Pepe and Martinelli don't get enough minutes because I actually I think
Smith Rowe.
Martinelli's potential is higher than Smith Rowe's and Saka's. But he's taking longer to adapt. He's Brazilian, guys. Like he never spoke English before he got to
Yeah,
England.
but Marlie, he was playing well before he was dropped in January, back in 2020. Right?
But
everyone
young
remembers he won
players
all
are
the way down the end to
inconsistent,
Stamford
dude.
Bridge and scored. He was doing bits until that point, and then he drops him, and then when he comes back, right? What was his reward for Player of the Month that month? Getting dropped, and then and then he got injured, came back, and then we had the excuse it's the injuries. Okay, we let the injuries settle down. Then he kept saying in press conferences he's fully fit, he's done everything he needs to do. So why aren't you playing him then? You let Saka have a go, and you're nearly killing him, right? And yet you've got Martinelli fresh on the bench, who's just got as much talent, and you're not using him.
Well, I
That's
guess
that's just unjustifiable.
Now hang on. But you look at it like with Carrick, the way that he dealt with the Chelsea game and he didn't play Ronaldo. Now everyone was going, "You got to play Ronaldo. He's a starter. You got to put him up front." We got a 1-1 draw from that. Maybe
Yeah,
that was
that's one
exactly
game.
right.
Though.
It didn't help the
has been going
player.
over a year. This has been going on over a year now. Over a year.
Has
Yeah,
it?
but
There's
Probably
no
what?
excuse.
Hold on. Isn't Saka injured though? I thought he was injured.
He might not feature against United because he did. Yeah, he took a knock, didn't he? Against Liverpool.
Oh, there we go.
Then
Martinelli
Martinelli
has
might
to
play.
surprised.
If that's the
Martinelli has to
case,
play.
Martinelli might play. Yeah.
I think if Saka's injured, Pepe starts.
There you go.
But I think as well, Stephen. I think Arteta might be thinking long plan because when the African Cup of Nations comes up in January, he's going to have to rely on the players like Martinelli, like Balogun, like Nketiah to maybe take that centre forward role because Aubameyang isn't going to be there and Pepe's going to be away. So then there's opportunities for those players at that month and to keep them fresh and fit.
But there's been so many other opportunities in other games where he's done that when they've not been available and he hasn't done it. So I don't believe that for a second. Not a chance.
He's going to have to use them, isn't he? If they're going to be away on international break, he's going to have to do something.
Especially if Saka stays injured. I'm not surprised Saka's injured now. I'm not surprised at all. He's been overused.
Talking Rick, does Man United have any problems with the African Cup of Nations? I know Bailly might be out. I don't think we actually have too many players that will be.
I'm actually trying to think of it. Actually, hold on.
No, just Alanga.
Usually we do.
Squad, really. So Bailly, I think it's just Bailly, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's just Bailly. Yeah, it's just Bailly. Wan-Bissaka plays for England technically still, so he's not. Going
Yeah.
No,
so
he can't. I don't think he can. He can't now. He's registered for the.
Even so, for me, Eric Bailly will be a loss for us because I think tomorrow he has to start tomorrow for me.
He's bloody good, I'm not gonna lie. He was actually bloody good.
Yeah, it's good. I like Bailly. I've always liked Bailly's tenacity and his. I know he can be a bit overzealous sometimes, but I like that about him. I like that kind of fight in him and that kind of aggressiveness.
You know what I think about Bailly as well? I think under Ralph, he's going to be a phenomenal centre back because Ralph's going to teach him the tools that he needs to be good at pressing, to be good at just knowing when to go in for a tackle. Because I feel like Bailly's got the qualities of being a top defender, to be honest, but there are times where he does lose his head a little bit. He just needs a higher class manager to train him and to coach him into the correct ways.
He reminds me. You ever seen Menace to Society? He reminds me of O-Dog. Bay, he's he's very off the chain. Do you know what I mean? He needs someone by him to just sort of say, "Calm down, bro. You don't need to do that." He is quite reckless with his decisions, but he has been doing good recently, right?
Yeah.
On form.
And because of his pace, if you put him up, if Ranić goes for that kind of, right, we're going to mark your 2. If you're playing a 2, the opposition, we're going to just we're going to press the fuck out of you, in other words, and we're going to put, they're just going to put the defenders on your 2 to mark them.
That's the way you should do
You know?
it. Too. I think that's the way you go at Arsenal. If you go at Arsenal and press them, right? Because they assess. Because the thing is that we play, and you saw it against Liverpool. We will constantly play out the back. We'll never change it at any point. Right? Even when it starts to go wrong, he will not change it until it's too late. And even then, he didn't change it. Even after we went 4-0 down, he was still playing it out for the back every goddamn time at Anfield. And I'm sorry, you're not Pep. You're not Prime Barcelona. You're not gonna do. Not even Prime Barcelona can do it. So if what makes you think you can do it is beyond me. Like,
but my argument for that, Stephen, would be that Wenger did that. Wenger did the exact same thing, mate. Like when we were getting pounded, he kept the same way.
Yeah, and we got spanked. So that just sets tactical naivety. But
True.
That's why I wanted Wenger gone, because he wasn't changing his ways either. So,
is it Stephen? Is it then that stubbornness of like, but this is how we play, regardless of the result. This is how we play.
Yeah, but in certain games, you see Tuchel in certain games will change the way he's playing, right, and make tweaks for each game that he plays a certain way, but it will make those tweaks for each team that he's playing to find a way to beat them. Right, and that's what separates elite managers, right, to managers like Arteta, who can get on a good run and do well, right. Even Oli at one point was doing a good run and a good spell, but even then, like, eventually they get found out because they end up being tactically too naive. And
but the risk you've got though is risk you've got.
Sorry, I was just going to say is that if you go at Arsenal and you close them down, and you put us on a high press, we'll falter. We'll falter. If you give us no time on the ball, because everything's so slow in our build up, if you go at us and press us in the midfield, in that midfield battle, you'll destroy us in that. Destroy us, because like.
But also you can't if you try playing long and we're pressing you and you say, sorry, we're just going to beat this by just knocking it long, then we win the ball back. Then our forwards are already high up the pitch and they're already in a good position to get back online with your defenders and then be ready to just get in behind you.
And
so it's a dangerous.
It comes back again. And it comes back again.
But
again and again.
I know, yeah, and that's the thing is, what's the? I always talk about value. I like to use the word value because what's the value in doing that if you're going to continually lose the ball because of us pressing where the ball's going to land and then putting it right back at you? The more value for me is playing. That's why you play it out from the back, because there's more chance of you being successful with playing it.
But then I'd mix it up and I'd mix it up and I'd have 2 outlets on the wings. Sorry, Dan.
No. I would just say that I think we invite the press to allow us to get in behind the midfield and then go at the defense. Like I think it was the Villa game. There was one goal that was a very old school counter-attacking goal. I think like Aubameyang flicked it onto Smith Rowe. I'm pretty sure it was the Villa game. And I thought, oh, that's unusual. And I can go, oh, well, that's why we're doing the play up from the back, because when that pays off, when and Villa were pressing high in our defence, they opened up that gap between defence and midfield, which allowed us to do a quick counter. So I can see why they try and invite that. But like with a team like Liverpool, it would never work because they're so good at the high press.
Would you agree with that, Rick? Is that like coming from a Man United perspective? Do you think that's what Arsenal have got to do?
Yeah, pretty much, to be honest. That's what they've got to do. And if they can exploit that aspect of our game, then yeah, they've got us, to be honest. And I feel like as well, to exploit Man United, you just got to basically overload the wings as well. People are forgetting this. If you overload the wings one side and you target one of our wing backs, yeah, you've got the game in the bag. So yeah. That's what I think Arsenal need to do if they want to beat us. But whether they can do that, though, that's a different story, though.
This is the thing: is like, will Arteta actually?
Because if Arteta wants to win, he's got to attack those tweaks.
Yeah, but this is the thing: that will he make those tweaks? Will he be good, sensible enough to think, yeah, I know I want to play this certain way, but to play Man United away at Old Trafford, I am going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do that, right? For that game. That's
You know what?
where you start to see if he's the real deal or not.
I'm gonna push out a question just after these comments. I'm gonna read them out. And I'll ask this question to everybody because it is about Man United, but I think I want to understand how the Arsenal fans feel about the new appointment. Eagle-eyed football evening all. Thank you for joining in, Crystal Palace fan. Arsenal 2-1 in his opinion. Fair play. Cars, big up and hugs. Thumbs up to you. I like how Man United fans are at the bottom of the stream, like on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
We arranged that. You did that.
Yeah, I did that because it is true. We are below you, aren't we, in the league? That's better. I just dumped Man United down the. We
saw that one earlier.
I didn't see it. I just. I'm glad I didn't see it. So what I wanted to ask then, we'll start off with Marlie as well. Ragnick coming into Man United, big important part he played at RB Leipzig. He's done time at Hoffenheim, and he's scouted a lot for Red Bull. So that means Salzburg, Leipzig, New York. How do you think that appointment is for Man United? Do you think this makes them a stronger outfit? And are you worried about it with this game?
I don't think he's had enough time to change that much. I'm still quite confident, dude. I really like. I don't know. You have Ronaldo. That's about it. Like those are my concerns. Cristiano Ronaldo. That's about it.
If he gets played.
if he plays. But dude, this I don't know. I feel like bringing people because of their like scouting past like never actually translates into anything good. At least it doesn't with Arsenal. We brought Tat and we thought like that was gonna be huge, and nothing happened from that. And I don't know, like Red Bull, like it's just a beast of their own. I feel like if you just take one piece of that was like working in the project and put it somewhere else, like he's not going to do for United what many scouts are doing for all the Red Bull teams. Don't see that happening.
You know what it is for me with Ranić? It's a case. I'll put it in like my analogies. It's like you're gonna pick an artist. You're gonna pick an artist to go with him, yeah. Right, and I'm Claude Monet, right? You know what I am? I'm an impressionist. I ain't gonna pick Pablo Picasso, am I? I'm not gonna pick Pablo Picasso, okay? So what this guy's doing, what this guy's gonna do is Ranić is coming in to Man United because the ship has steadied. I keep hearing people say he's gonna come and steady the ship. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? No, the ship is steady. Ollie done a great job, right, at steadying the ship and getting everybody on board, getting everything back to attack, right, how it should be. Now, Ranić's going to come in and go, right, now then, you've got a great squad here, but your football's all over the show. I'm going to now introduce a new style of football, and then when I go upstairs, I am then going to pick a manager who is going to be able to come in and continue what I've started. This is what it's all about. That's all it is. And then he will help identify players that are going to fit into the process of what we're doing in our evolution. That's all he's doing. He's not here to. He has said that he wants the job full time, right? So that for me is a great thing for him to say. If he would have said, "Oh no, I'm happy with just 6 months and move upstairs," I'd have been a little bit worried by that. But the fact that he said, "I want the job full time," tells me that he's going to come in there, give it his 100%. He's going to be, he's going to work really, really hard. And then for me, it's going to be Ten Hag. That's where we're going with this. Forget Pochettino. It's Ten Hag. No, it's Ten Hag. Ten Hag's going to come in and continue what he starts. And you know what? For me, because I've said it,
I agree.
You remember, Stephen, what did I say ages ago? Nobody's going to win the league or any major trophies playing 4-2-3-1 on a consistent basis. Just won't work. You can't do that in modern football now. It's not. You're not being brave enough in order to win. The only team that could do that for a few games, like I say, a run of 4 or 5 games, is Manchester City. That's the only team I could see doing that. But no other team will do it. And Manchester City, as we know, their relationship with Pep is now waning. If he doesn't win the Champions League this season, that's it for me. He's done, and he'll be off. So Manchester City are on a precipice at the moment, and for me, they're about to fall over, like flat on the face.
So here's the thing. But here's the thing: is that's sort of where I see the point is that big like the elite managers will not play that 4-2-3-1, and they'll have a system that they know they can play, and bring the right people to the system. It's like when Conte was available, right? This is why I was absolutely going mad that why are we not hijacking that deal and try and get Conte in? Because the thing is that if we if he wanted to go to Spurs, right, there's no way he could not have gone to Arsenal if we'd offered it. No way. Yeah, because
don't know,
basically
man.
no way.
Anthony
Right?
Herbert.
And
is-
if he did, like I'm telling you, he would have been able to work wonders on this team.
But Stephen, though, why would you want to destabilize your season though by getting a new manager literally at the start of the season? Why would
He's
you
a
want to?
born winner.
Yeah, but who? Like Rick says, he's gonna want to bring in his own players and bring his own identity to a team that's already just finding its identity with the current manager.
Literally.
But that is a manager.
Why would you want to just destabilize that?
Because he's got a history of going to each team and winning something.
Okay,
And
cool.
I mean serious trophies.
No, cool. But he's gone there. He's had at least a
He went to
preseason.
Chelsea, who finished 10th and won the league next season.
Yeah, but he had the preseason. He had the preseason with Chelsea at least. He had a preseason, got to bed in that tactics, and then you saw how it played out. You're telling me you're gonna bring in Conte now, who's got no preseason. He doesn't even know half of these bloody players at all, and you're gonna tell me he's gonna suddenly do wonders. I find it hard to believe in.
But hang on, you've got the whole but you got to hold that season to find out where the problems are. You've got to hold the rest of the season to find out where the problems are, and to still that that style of play.
But would you want to
Let's
watch
be
that
honest,
type
right?
football though? For like the rest of the season at least.
If I know the next season he's going to go push on and try and get us into the top four and then try and win the league, yeah, absolutely.
We'll have to see about that one there, mate. We'll have to see, because I struggled to believe that.
I would definitely would have taken it. No,
How do you, Dan? How do you
Conte and Arsenal, like it makes no sense.
Yeah, it
It
just
makes
wouldn't
no
work.
sense. It's not a match. It's not a match. I don't think it's going to work at Spurs either. Like Conte's someone that you bring in, you spend a lot of money, he stays for 2 seasons, wins something, he bounces.
It's working
Arsenal-
for Conte because he's getting the money that he's getting. Is it 15 million a year? Yeah, just go to Spurs. Why not? Get your money's worth. Get out. Don't have to win anything there, do you? That's what he's doing.
He's finessing them.
Just like money. That's all it is. Juventus, by the way, there's a lot of reasons why he's not Juventus. He's not into Milan. Inter Milan wouldn't back him. They got rid of Lukaku. He was like,
But Matt,
he's the sort of manager
if you
that
look at-
if you don't back him in the market, you don't back him with what he wants to do.
Matt,
Very
if you look
hard.
at if you look at
And I know the Kroenkes ain't
if you
going
look at
to
the two-
splurge 200 million on these players.
Well, hang on a minute. We've spent the most money since the Kroenkes have taken over.
Yeah.
440 odd bloody million.
It was
Right?
like
We've also
it
spent
was like you
150
buying a Lidl though, wasn't it?
last
And buying loads of
but
fake
the
Mars
last-
bars, and they weren't the real deal.
Yeah, and this is we've been spending it on the wrong players. That comes down to the board. It don't comes down to Kroenkes. People want to go back Kroenkes, and that's great. But like in the end, the last 2 seasons, we have spent the most money in the transfer market. Right?
But was
Since
it
they've taken over, they have spent the most money. Right?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
That's a
if you're
fact.
not spending it correctly. Then they're not
Exactly.
the ones.
Point. So why is that the only reason that's a Kroenke's fault is because they haven't put the right people in the board to have to go and buy those right players.
I do.
Yeah, he's more worried about flipping burgers and smoking cigars on a beach rather than buying
This,
the right
this
players.
brings me on a good question, Stephen, because this is what we're talking about.
I
On
know Marley's gonna lose his shit because he loves it.
Stephen, we were talking about this.
Good.
We were talking about this on your vlog earlier, and I'm going to ask this because I think this is a very good question. Arsene Wenger potentially having a place back at Arsenal. Stephen, please tell me how you feel about that maybe potentially happening. Arteta has come out as well, quoted saying he'd love to see him back in the club somewhere about, whether it's
I've
on
never
the board
known.
or what do you make of this?
By the way, I'm not good. Like, though I was Wenger out, I do appreciate everything he done for the club, and I do appreciate what he won for the club. Right? I'm not going to slate him for that. Right? I'm going to slate him for the only reason I slated him is like he didn't go when he was supposed to, right? But in the end, like this is like going back to living in the past. Like just if he needs to he needs to it's the past. We just got to. Like, I'm sorry. It's sentiment. It speaks of sentiment again. Right, we like to offer a position, but I'm sorry. It needs that we need to like move on. Right,
You said,
that's done now.
didn't
His
you?
time is done. His
You said
time
you
is
don't want
done
him
at this club.
anywhere near the club ever again, right?
Not anymore. No, no.
No, I find
It's
that
done.
a bit.
It's done. It's done. It's done for me. Right.
Could you imagine Man United talk? Could you imagine Man United, like I said to Stephen earlier, saying, "We don't want Alex Ferguson anywhere near the club. Rotten. Like we're moving on. Go away, old man. You're not a part of it anymore. Whatever you've done."
No. You can't compare it. So you can't compare it to Sir Alex Ferguson. Sir Alex Ferguson's won so many trophies and left on a high. He knew exactly when to leave. Right. Wenger was very happy to just accept, first of all, top four.
No, well,
Right.
that's the board. No,
It
sorry.
was very-
That's
it was
the board.
very,
In my
very-
opinion, that's the
yeah, it
board
was.
accepted top 4. That's the board.
So why was he happy to let the board continue with that?
Because the board weren't giving them bread. They weren't giving
Right.
him no money. At
No,
the time.
Right,
especially after the Emirates Stadium.
Don't forget Gazidis, right? He's supposed to be he was the CEO, but then Wenger was in charge of him because he had 100% power as a manager.
Any Arsenal fans want to come in on that and
I
say,
don't know.
So why didn't he get rid of him then?
Man, he's a snake. Don't like Gazidis at all. Snake.
Oh, don't get me wrong, Gazidis is a snake. Don't worry about
Yeah.
that. Like, I agree with that. Like he is a snake with the rest of them.
He's
Right?
at AC
But
Milan
there's
now,
a
doing
lot of
quite
things.
well.
There's a lot of things that the club upstairs and the board were doing that Wenger was quite happy to deflect and
But
take.
why
the
did you
heat
see this leave then if you felt like it was uncomfortable there for himself?
That because he should have left. That he should have realised after we won the FA Cup that it was done. But he felt he could have. He felt he could have still won the title.
He didn't
It's
just
done.
leave, he got poached by another club. And now
No.
they're doing quite good, AC Milan, to be
Who?
fair.
Who?
Yeah,
Gazidis?
brilliant now, actually.
AC
we
Milan.
talk Who? Gazidis? I thought you talked about Wenger. No. Gazidis, get out of here. No, get out of it.
saying
No,
he got poached.
no.
He got
but
poached by AC Milan, and he was
the
like,
only
"I'm
reason,
off."
the only thing I'll buy him is a bottle of polish for his bald head, so that way he can like stay blind, so he can't see Arsenal again.
Oh wow,
Right.
okay.
A bit dark.
I'm sorry, I can't stand him. No, not after what he's done to my club. No.
Marley,
Oh,
can you count?
go
Can you
away.
count? Can you counter punch Stephen on
Sorry.
that?
No, I don't like Gazidis either. I'm with Steven.
Okay.
Keep
what
going,
about-
Steven.
What about Arsene Wenger though? What about Arsene Wenger though, and his importance at the club?
He was huge, dude. But you see this happening a lot. Like he overstayed. It would have been beneficial for him and for Arsenal if he left earlier. I'm not taking anything away from the fact that he's a legend, the only manager to ever have won the Premier League without losing a game. Sure, like he's special for
Top
sure,
draws.
but he should have left a lot earlier than he did.
He should have left after we won
Rick,
the cup.
12 draws. Yeah, we didn't lose, but you're right. Every Man United fan's like, "Oh, an unbeaten season. You drew 12 games. We didn't lose any though, but you're right. And we should have won. And we should have won the FA Cup that season as well. But there you go.
No. To be honest,
Champions League challenge as
we
well.
should've-
That season.
yeah, we should have lost one of those Chelsea games in the league and just won the Champions League instead.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
Like out of the four,
Yeah.
out of one, all the 5 games that we played them that season, that one game knocked us out of the Champions League. Like I would have happily traded that in for one of them in the league, easy. Like,
Yeah.
Well, look, we're nearly at the end now. We've got 6 minutes left. Let's wrap it up with what you think the predictions of the score is going to be. Start off with Marley. I will put you in solo as well. So shout out where we can find you as well. Of course, Marley finds you here, can't we?
3-1 to the Arsenal.
Oh,
Yeah.
balls.
Find me here. I'm back. You're probably going to see me at Steven's channel as well. He's going to be shouting it out soon. And yeah, thanks for the love, guys.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you for coming back, bro. Nice to see you. Nice. Brucey Forsyth there. S. Featley TV. Where can we find you apart from S. Featley TV? We can probably find
Well,
you.
yeah,
everywhere.
you can find me on SFeetly TV. The real name's Stephen, if you actually want to know. My prediction. My heart says 1-1, but I'm realistic. So my realistic says 2-1 Man United.
Ooh.
That's my.
You know what? I like
honest
Steven.
opinion.
I like him. I like him.
Yeah, all right. Don't get yourself. Don't get any hopes on that. Okay. Yeah, you can find me on
Funny guy.
TV. You can also find me here as well. I'll be helping out Marlie with Gunners Four Corners, like I've always been, which I've been happy to do. So, no worries, man, always. And so come and check us out. We do Arsenal and F1 content, which, like with 2 races to go this weekend, it's right all to play for. Hamilton all the way, man.
Finally, an interesting season after 20 years of my life. Absolutely boring. Rick, a little bit. F1's been a bit sour for years, man.
Nah, mate,
I
you
love it,
should be
mate.
watching it properly, man. You've not been watching it properly.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I only watch
Why are
Sunday.
people moaning? The Brits at the top of the table. What are we all moaning
Literally,
about?
it's great.
Come on.
Lewis
Got
Hamilton's the
7
GOAT, man. You've got to admit he's the GOAT.
He's the goal.
Without a
Come
doubt.
on.
He's
No
the
arguing
only goat in the yard at the farm, okay? Like,
No.
how can you compete
No.
with the only
No, man.
goat there is?
No. Hey,
He's the
listen.
goal. He got a lot.
You-
He ruffled Alonso in 2007, who was a world champion, double world champion. He ruffled him in his first season.
Listen,
He's the goal.
let me say this.
102 wins, 102 poles, 167 podiums. Like, and by the way, the only ones to reach a ton of poles and a ton of wins, and also 7 world championships. Thank you.
Let me say this. You could write what I know about Formula One on a fly's ass. But I still know what DRS means, and I know that Lewis Hamilton is the GOAT.
Yeah, unlike some channels.
Rick, thank you for coming on, bro. Where can we find you, mate?
You can find me at Rick Sanchez _7 on Instagram and Twitter. And my game predictions for tomorrow: 2-1 United. Just keep it simple, mate. Ronaldo last minute goal. That's what's gonna happen, mate. Watch. I'll put a bet on that as well. Actually, why not? Might as well.
Cheers, Rick, and big up to you doing the music thing as well, man. Loving it, man.
Oh, cheers, man. Cheers, man. First year on Spotify, and I've got a lot of streams. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yes, mate. Loving it, mate. Honestly, Dan, where can we find you?
Nowhere, mate. On here,
No way.
Arteta's backyard.
Well, no, I don't know.
Dead.
I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. What's my Instagram? At Daniel_King_actor, which all my mates like, you're an actor. I was like, I am. We'll do stuff occasionally. But my prediction for tomorrow is a realistic 1-1 score draw.
1-1 score draw. Thank you, Dan, for coming back as well. It's been about a year, isn't it? So,
Well, if I get those invites, I'll come in. But yes, no, I did get invited today, and I'm sure you've invited me before. I've just been very busy not acting.
you have to. Thank you so much for rushing your dinner. You didn't have to do that as well, mate, because we only do it for fun. You don't have to, it's cool. Thank you so much. And we'll get you on as well, Dan, I think, when you're over at Christmas, hopefully.
If I'm allowed.
Yeah, of course you are allowed.
With lockdown, that says I can't come over.
Well, Boris, changes the rules every day. Apparently I can go to Egypt and come back. It's okay. But if I go to Coventry and come back, I'm in bits. This is the ruling that's going on, but I'm not going to get into that. It's weird how they're putting the red on different places in England and then not outside. Yeah, I know, right, Rick? Crazy. Marlie,
Tell me about it.
You've already done Marley.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
Can you give
Get me out of here.
Can you give me an introduction for one of the greatest people I know on these streams? And I will put him in right now. There you go. Can you put an introduction for him, please?
That's a lot of pressure. Well,
I'll do it.
he's not my favorite human being because he's not human. Talking you, my favorite Martian. Big him up.
I'm starting to think he is a Martian, man. I've never seen him. Talk, man. Turn the camera on, lad.
It's all right. I have seen him. It's nothing to go by. It's nothing to look forward to.
Hey, forget about it. You know the score. You want to get whacked? You just keep talking. I said Joey the Whale over there is going to whack you. Forget about it. 50 Fazools. Manchester United are going to win 2-0. Arsenal, they're going to buckle. Done. Job finished. Kaput.
Is that what you said about Ollie?
Forget about Ollie. He's gone. It's done. You talking to me? You talking to me?
He's gone.
Where can we find your talk though? But the important channel, please.
Yeah, no, find me on Twitter. I talk MU and on the Man United Agenda and on this channel as well. And yeah, just make sure you subscribe in here.
Thank you. Yeah, we are going to be picking up things after the new year. It's been a very difficult year, hasn't it, Marlie? Talk knows as well. Stephen knows.
Mm-hmm.
It's been very difficult. So we are getting our game back on, and I just want to shout out a few more from Tractor Boy here.
Tractor Boy.
He's from Bristol. He says he's from Bristol, but I think he's more from Bodmin. I think he's from Bodmin. I think he looks like Jeffro. I think he sounds like Jeffro.
Because you're going to win 3-1.
Stephen, you knob. There you go. We'll end up on there. Stephen, you knob.
Now, hang on, you've not given your match prediction, Matt.
Hey, whoa, hold the phone.
Yeah.
Come on, let's have it. Don't be. None of that.
I think the game's going to be a PP, postponed, snow. So we'll see it next weekend.
What?
Nah.
I'm only thinking of Burnley.
That's why Dan has the brain.
All right.
3-1 for Man United.
I feel very alone here. Just saying, just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I feel bad now, Marley, that I've not also backed Arsenal, because even Stephen's not backed Arsenal, and I've just said a draw. You're the only one that's backed Arsenal, and all the United fans have backed United. So
yeah.
I feel like you saying a draw is backing Arsenal right now because I'm so alone here.
I was going to say though.
Thank you.
On a serious note, if you think about it, the psychological edge will be with Arsenal simply because of the run they're on, and also the fact that we've not beat you in the past. What is it, 6 games?
Yeah.
So you have the edge, in my opinion, in that respect. It's whether you can then put that into the game and into the performance. So we'll wait and see. But I'm so looking forward to it. I'm like a kid, like, you know, not Christmas Eve, man. It's like Christmas Eve tonight for me. I love it. Can't wait.
I ain't got presents yet, mate.
Yes.
I ain't even made a Christmas tune yet. I'm glad I haven't. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Press
His
subscribe.
present is when he comes on my match reaction and banters us.
Watch Stevens. You got absolutely grated, didn't you, on your channel earlier? I love that.
I didn't get created. I hold my own. Get out of here.
You did. You were a block of cheats. You were greater. You were absolutely shredded.
Sorry, I'm just watching the Liverpool game in the background. I just seen it just run past the
then? What's the scores then, Rick? Before we go quickly.
What, the game on now?
Yeah.
3-1 Liverpool. So I just scored.
And it's 2-1 to Manchester City against Aston Villa. 64 minutes, and there's a player down, but I don't know who it is. I can't see. It's just a pair of legs and people around him, so I don't know what's going on. But 2-1 to Manchester City there. So you know what? If Villa can get some out of that game, that'll be a great result for Steven Gerrard in his 3rd game in the Premier League as a manager. Brilliant.
Brilliant, isn't it, from him? Unfortunate to lose tonight, but everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow. We're talking about the old lady, Juventus, possibly getting relegated from Serie A. Fraud. Very interesting.
Again.
Yeah, again. They haven't learned from the first bloody time, have they?
Again.
So tune in tomorrow, 7:00 p.m. if you want to find out. Been delving into it quite a lot. So if you want to find out what's going on, 7:00 p.m. tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for coming in tonight. Check out everybody's content and enjoy the game tomorrow, 8:15 p.m. kickoff, I believe it is. See you later, everyone.
See ya.
Ciao.